All right, aloha from Molokai, Hawaii. I've got a couple of lower end radios here that I am going to do some unboxing videos on coming up in the next few weeks. And I'm going to start with this one here. And so it is from, let's see where it is. Here it is. There we go. There's some information on it. Of course, made in China. But it did have quite a bit of features. And right there. So it's a Rysamton is the brand on this one. You can actually see this one on AliExpress. Right now it's $9.33. And back when it was shipped, it was $7.33 with tax. It ended up to be $7.95 US. So that was shipped and everything. So extremely affordable. So we'll see how these smaller, low-end, entry-level radios will do. As you can see, it's a digital 3-band radio receiver. So we will go ahead and get it opened. So actually nicely packed. It's got a instruction manual here that's actually fairly big. It's a few pages. And what do we got here? Comes with some nice earbuds. For the price, I'm kind of surprised. They had that in there. And then here is the radio and the packaging. So they had it packaged up really nice, and it did arrive in really good shape and no issues. So here it is coming out of the box. All right. Pretty straightforward compared to many of the radios out there. So you got your channels 1, 2, and 3. Those are your 3 bands. And then it's got the M plus, M minus, and then a scan and a band button. It's got a sleep mode, a timer, and an alarm. Then up over here you got up and down buttons, and for volume, and then your power button. It's not very wide. It's a little narrow. And most of my comparisons here are going to be with my smaller portable, which is the C Crane, the Skywave SSB2. And I'll bring that down and I'll show you, and I'll do a comparison for size as we continue on here. So at the top, it does have the telescopic antenna. So very similar to how all the other ones are set up. On this side, there is nothing. On the back, it does have a stand. See if we can get this open. There we go. It just kind of pops out. Oops. It does come off easy. Alright, now let me get that back on. There we go. So it doesn't go up. I was thinking it was going to lock, so it just goes up like that. So you'll have to be careful with that. Being on the side, it does work. It's fine as long as you know how it works. It's definitely serviceable. It makes it a lot more comfortable when it's like that, that's for sure, when you're using these size radios. It does snap and lock back into place. Battery compartment, 2 AA's, which I've got some rechargeables that I'll end up using on that. I use nickel cadmiums. And then on the other side, last side, we've got an earphone jack, power, and then the channel selecting turning knob. So I'm going to bring down the crane. Let me set this back up on its stand. Let's try to pop that out. There we go. All right, and I'll bring the crane down. The Crane is definitely heavier. It has more tilt to it than this does. There's definitely more weight on the Crane. Of course, this does have the batteries in it now, but it's still much heavier. This is extremely light right now, so I don't think it's going to be too much with the batteries on it either. The Crane, of course, does have the external jack. It does have a charging port if you put nickel cadmium batteries in there. It's got the headphone jack. Then on the other side, it just has the volume and the turning knob. So very, very similar. But this is much heavier. It almost seems like you feel this is better built, and this is kind of a hollow feel to it. So just so you know, so I'm gonna get them back down now and lay them down flat, because the Crane has this one, and that just kind of flips back, and then you can kind of see them laying there like that. So very similar in size. I know when the Crane came out, it's got a couple of feet, and there were some complaints about when it was like this, standing up, that it could be tipped over easy. I know in some of the later radios that came out, they did fix that and they widened it, so that is very stable. This definitely has a rock to it. I really don't see that as a big deal. You're going to be using this stand anyway, so I didn't really think that was a big deal with the Crane. But you can definitely tell just by touching these how the one is more tippy than the other one. So I'll give a couple other angles here on that, comparing the two. Still very portable. And oops. That would be this end here. Still very portable, and we'll see how it ends out going with the reception. That'll be the big thing here, and that'll be another video. But this is first on the unboxing, so very inexpensive radio right now for $9.63. You might still be able to wait and still get it cheaper. Like I said, it was $7.33 back a few weeks ago. All right, aloha.